What's a SPAD sensor? What does it mean to our lives, and does it really have any meaning to us as camera nerds? Let's get into it.
Delivering informative capability-based reviews and tutorials on camera gear, filming techniques, and content creation.
Hi, I'm Simon, and this is The Ordinary Filmmaker. If you're new here, subscribe to get notification of new videos like this one so you don't miss any news. And all the links to everything I talk about in this video, including any gear discussed, are placed in the description down below. But before I get into today's topic, just a quick reminder that I'm giving away this Canon 50mm f1.8 lens. Contest ends July 31st. Subscribe to my channel for your chance to win. That's it. You can see contest details down below. Now, when I first read this headline from Canon Rumors, I can truly say I had no idea what a SPAD sensor was. I had no idea what the significance of this accomplishment that Canon had just made, nor did I have any idea what it means to us as camera nerds. In this short video, I'll answer these questions in case you are wondering the same thing as me. So first off, a SPAD sensor, well, it has a diode attached to each pixel, and there's 1 million pixels included in the SPAD sensor. When the light comes in, each photon triggers an electronic signal. Now, that's an oversimplification of what a SPAD sensor is, and I'm sure Frosty can give us a much more detailed, in-depth description. So, technical stuff aside, why is this so significant? Well, the sensor actually measures distances from the sensor to the object. And we already actually have this in a lot of our technology. We have it in smartphones, and we use it as proximity sensors, not proxy sensors, proximity sensors. They're also used in medicine for treating cancer. They're used in autonomous vehicles, in virtual reality, optical communications, quantum computing, and the list goes on. As you can see by just that short list, we use it an awful lot. Now, everything I've just talked about brings us to yesterday, or the day before. The new SPAD sensor is a much higher resolution sensor than previous sensors. Now, it's capable of reporting the exact time a photon reaches a pixel. Now, the sensor does have a global shutter, and that's technology some of us are really hoping to see in upcoming cameras like the R5, R6, or the A7S III. But more astonishing, this shutter is capable of establishing an exposure time in 3.8 nanoseconds. That's really quick. It's also capable of 24,000 frames per second, although I'm sure there's probably some legalese around that claim as to how many pixels or how much of whatever is going to be able to make that happen. But 24 frames per second, 24,000 frames per second is awfully quick. And these are impressive numbers, but what does that all mean to us? What are the results to us in our daily lives? In terms of our daily life, yes, we're going to reap the benefits in almost every aspect of our lives. But how does this affect our cameras? Will it be included in new upcoming cameras coming out this summer? No. Simply no, nada, not going to happen. It's not going to be included. So if you were planning on getting a new camera anytime soon, the advancements of this new 1 megapixel SPAD sensor has absolutely zero crossover whatsoever. Talk about anticlimactic. So we had this really complex thing, at least it was to me, what a SPAD sensor was. I had to do a lot of reading, and I actually came to this article about 3 times today, and the first time I looked at it, I'm going like, SPAD, yeah, this doesn't look like it has any application to cameras. I came back at it again, same conclusion. And then I came to it a 3rd time, and what really bugged me is I didn't know what a SPAD sensor was, and it didn't make a lot of sense to me. And that's the main reason for doing this video. Canon Rumors put it out there. They were talking about the SPAD sensor, and sure enough, I thought there would be a connection, and there could be, but from everything I've read in the last couple of hours, there's absolutely no connection to our cameras that we're using. And if I'm wrong, I'd love to hear from you, especially Frosty. You can probably correct me if I'm wrong. But I want to talk to you a little bit about the video I produced earlier today. I love shooting outdoors. It's a lot of fun. It's far more relaxing. I seem to sit back in a chair. This chair is not very conducive to sitting back and relaxing in. And I can hear the birds chirping and everything. It's just so relaxing to do a video outside. But it's very difficult. I can really only shoot in the morning between certain hours like 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock because it's behind the house and the lighting is more or less consistent. Once I move into the afternoon, all the way up till nighttime, the lighting changes so frequently it's just not possible and I can't do it. So this is why I really like shooting in the studio. I have control over lights, I have control over audio, I have control over everything, and it doesn't change from video to video. However, what happened yesterday, or sorry, this morning, is after I shot it and all went well, I did it in one shot, in one take, I brought it into the computer, and as soon as I'd finished importing it, Final Cut says, yeah, we're done with these clips now, would you like to eject the card? I'm thinking, okay, well, this is Final Cut telling me this is not the Mac telling me that, and I thought, sure, what the heck. No sooner had I done that, and I see these little pictographs on my clips showing a camera. I don't remember seeing them before. Maybe I should find out what these are all about. Well, I didn't. I should have, but I didn't get much sleep last night. When you're sleep deprived, you don't always make the best decisions. But you know what? I could see my video. Everything looked good, so I started editing. I had no errors, no problems. Then I sent it to Compressor. I exported, and I started uploading. And I noticed once I started uploading, that doesn't look right. It was kind of that orange screen you get when Final Cut wasn't able to process anything, and it's the entire video long. I was so devastated. So there's no way to fix it. I didn't want to call Apple for support, spend time on the phone. I figured, you know what, I can probably just cut the whole thing together in 30 minutes, and sure enough, I did. I copied all the images that I'd placed in, so I had all the editing or the formatting I'd done of those images. I brought them in, pasted them down, and it wasn't too hard to do. I had it done in about half an hour. Then I went to upload to YouTube, and this is where a cascade of other problems, for whatever reason, occurred. It took over 2 hours for YouTube to process the video. It was so frustrating. What should have been 2.5 hours of work actually took me about 5+ hours. And it was very, very frustrating. It's tough when you've got issues that you really can't control, such as YouTube taking 2 hours. And it's also tough for the mistakes that you make, that I made, that cause some problems too. But part of it is just, it's a learning experience. You're going to make mistakes, you're going to have issues. And what I'm learning here today is that the settings I thought I had on my sensor, and I thought I was shooting with the 50mm at f1.8, 60 on the shutter, and an ISO of 100. But I shot this and it didn't look right, so I went back and I made the change. I brought the f-stop to 1.2, and maybe what I had done before is I increased the ISO, because I can't remember what I set, and unlike photos, you can't go in the metadata of the video and actually see how you recorded previous videos. So I'm kind of playing around with things. The lighting might be off a little bit. Let me know what you think. But I've dropped the f-stop and I've got the ISO at 100, and hopefully that looks pretty good. But that's it for today. I am done. I'm going to be going to bed early tonight, relaxing. It's a relatively short week this week because we have a national holiday in the middle of the week. But don't forget your chance to win this 15mm. All you have to do is subscribe. But thank you so much, guys, for watching The Ordinary Filmmaker. I really do appreciate that you take time out of your day to watch videos that I produce. Thanks so much. We'll see you again soon.